Good evening, one and all, to what is the second round of the oNiD Community Racing oNiD Club World Tour. Kieran Sharp on pole position, Pike P2, third is Max, fourth Alfie Bevan, fifth Aidan Carter, Runa Bottleston, sixth Ben Kirk, seventh Ben Holmes, eighth two Bens on row 4 there, Joe Pinder ninth, Sherlock 10th, Brown 11th, Lisgen in 12th. And then we get down into the Mazdas, P13, Shahibi, Matt High, 14th, Zalatuka, 15th, Tomlinson, 16th, Usanen, 17th, Olav, 18th, Statislev, 19th, Ashley, 20th. 21st is Philip Staples, Ash Hill, 22nd, Richard Narlinski, 23rd. Started in the middle of that chicane, and in the inside, Alfie Beaver making a move for P2. P1 gets away relatively well, actually. Andrew Pike holding the lead. In the background, there's a couple of instants, potentially some cars being colored. Car in the wall! Ooh. That's a big shunt.
We've got a replay of what's happened here over the crest, trying to go three wide through turn 2, and it's not worked out. Car spinning into both the left and right hand side walls.
Here is the replay, and you can see what happened. He makes a turn left. Oh, it's just him. It's just him. And oh no, oh dear. That was car 34.
Front here, going to be side by side here with how much the gap is closing in. It looks like Matt High has defended the inside here and is going to give up the position this time round as the touring cars are starting to catch up to this fight. Matt, a big slide, has lost the rear end and is going to be losing tons of time. More towards the inside of the corner off the racing line as we see side by side here between the two teammates through the rubber doors. And Matt is round again.
If they are trying to just be a bit more careful with fuel, I say that, outside line for the easy pass. Dan Tomlinson, who was fighting his way back through the field, 3 wide, has been involved in an incident. Goes down to the final chicane, gets attacked from behind. It has a half spin across the curves. He goes.
Kieran Sharp going to the high line, trying to get a run on Alfie Bevan is closing. They'll be side by side. Who wants to yield into the first chicane? They're going to go in side by side. In the end, Kieran Sharp has to be the one that yields, and that leaves them vulnerable to Andrew Pike in third place, who's now taking the high line, trying to go the long way round. But in the end, that's only left them vulnerable to Aidan Carter, who's now trying to get into third place. As they go into the final chicane, MX5 on the racing line stays out of the way. But yeah, Aidan Carter taking hold of third place, putting the pressure on Kieran Sharp for P2 now.
As we'll stick with this battle, Kieran Sharp right on the tail, the rear bumper of that Honda. It's Honda versus Honda for the lead. Up the inside, there's a bit of door banging.
Very aggressive from Kieran Sharp to take the lead. In the slipstream, they're not quite close enough to go for a move here, but there's an MX5 that they're coming up on. Big curb usage from our leader. They get all sideways, and that's loss of the lead for Kieran Sharp, dropping down to third. See how much Aidan has closed up. Bevan just moves.
That's a slowdown. That's a slowdown penalty.
Aidan Carter having to go defensive into turn 5 here. Kieran looking round the outside into the right-hander of turn 6. Different lines being shown here. Andrew Pike trying to get to the inside of Kieran Sharp, who's just trying to open up the line, get the best exit possible as we head out onto the oval. Kieran almost pushing Aidan Carter onto the oval here. Aidan holding the inside line, just make things a little bit spicier. We're catching up to an MX5 nearly 3 wide as we come into first game. MX5 into the back of Kieran Sharp has spun them to the infield and has gifted Andrew Pike up to second place, but over the curbs, and Aidan Carter will take the win of our first race tonight at Charlotte Speedway.
Tawiak Shahibi, the Habby should I say, does see the checkered flag for P1 in the Mazdas. Carter first position, a race win for the TCR class. Pike second, Sharp third, Bevan fourth, Max fifth, Bottleson sixth, Kirby seventh, Sherlock eighth, Ben Brown in ninth, Joey Pinder 10th, Matthews Fusken in 11th. Then we go down into the MX5, Shahabi in P12, Euston 13th, Hill 14th, Benwell 15th, Statislev 16th, Tomlinson 17th, Matt High in 18th, We'll now go to the grid and just see our starting order for the second and final 25-minute race of this evening. Again, Team TSRC 1-2 on the touring car class, only 0.025 of a second between the two. Pike and Sharp taking first and second, Aidan Carter third, Charlie Max in fourth, Bevan fifth, Kirby sixth, Bottleson seventh, Sherlock eighth, Holmes ninth, Ben Brown in 10th, Busquets 11th, and Joe Pinder in 12th. And that rounds off your touring cars. The now going to the Mazdas. Chahibi, pole position 13th overall, Matt Cleaver 14th, Jarnitsky 15th, Staples 16th, Tomlinson 17th, Matt High 18th, Robert Van Oosten 19th, Ben Roll 20th, Asher 21st, Johnny Ashley 22nd, Orlov 23rd.
Al Shahabi getting a great launch off the front row. Matt Cleaver dropping back a little bit, but still fights car span. That's the 77 Dan Tomlinson, and that's going to be a really awkward situation sideways across on the racing line. We've also got Philip Staples has been spun on the racing line there.
Gap, however, between the top three, then almost merging into one as Aidan Carter looks out the outside, will become the inside, but it was very much squeezed inside. Aidan Carter now going to lose out to Alfie Beavan. Up the inside goes Alfie.
Aidan's trying to hold it round the outside, though. They'll eventually get the inside if they can stick it there, but Alfie just slips in front, closes the door, and Aidan has to back out.
But however, I was hoping to get a second gap between second and third. However, it was a...
That's a crash! They've taken each other out! They've broken the golden rule in motorsport, which is never crash with your teammate. Kieran Sharp going for a move down the inside of Andrew Pike. Get a replay here. Dan Tomlinson coming down to the first chicane, closing up on a couple of other cars. Big jump over the curbs for the white car in front, spins across. Dan has nowhere to go and has to check up to avoid it.
Absolutely. As a fight for the lead side by side goes Beavan and Carter. Onto the oval they go. They're going to go side by side. Cross the oval. Alfie just about holding the lead for now, but he'll have a car on his inside, and that inside line on the lower part of the oval is going to help. But however, the Honda tries to cut across, indeed is able to cut across to say, you know what, you've got this position, I'm going to slice your nose off for it.
We're going to get moved for the lead. Bevan and Carter seem to be side by side. Carter got the inside for the oval here. This shorter distance has allowed them to just about pull ahead, but Bevan's looking for the inside, thinks better of it into the first chicane, and Aidan Carter has taken the lead here. Here, Ash Hill going to the inside of Johnny Ash. Johnny Ash pushing Ash Hill all over the apron into the first chicane. Then, just unable to slow the car down. Heavy crash with Luke Sherlock and Ash Hill. That runner, Bolt Tofson, has had to take to pit lane as we start the final lap. Very costly for them, as they haven't quite been able to feel safe enough for the end of this race. You can see the different lines between Andrew and Alfie on the infield here as they're coming out to the oval now. More momentum up to the wall for Andrew Pike. They've got the run. They're into the slipstream now. Alfie Bevan trying to park their car in the middle there. Forces Andrew Pike to the long way around, but it is the much longer way around. They're coming up on an MX-5. Alfie defending, but Andrew's trying to go for it. Isn't quite alongside and has heavily compromised themselves through that first chicane. There's no chance they'll be taking P2 after a line that abysmal.
It's Kieran.
Aidan Carter comes through the final chicane and will win the second race here in front of Alfie Bevan, who just about holds on in front of Andrew Pike and Kieran Sharp.
In the other news, the Mazda class takes the win. It'll be Matt Cleaver that sees second position. Aidan Carter taking the win for race 2 there. With Beavan, Pike, Sharp and Brown in the top 5. Good recovery drive from Ben Brown, actually, going up into P5 in the TCR. Who don't think was fairly handy in his Honda around here, but gets the race
started
done.
P10, Ben Brown, so up 5 positions. Good race, made the feel-safe strategy work and avoided pit lane.
It's P6, Charlie Max, 7, Ben Holmes, Ottelson P8, Matthew Siskin P9, Ben Kirby in P10, and we start going down through to the Mazdas 11th overall. Shahibi 11th, however, Matt Cleaver 12th, Jarnitsky 13th, Matt High 14th, Ashley 15th, Ruslan Zatislav 16th, Ben Royal 17th, Ivan Orlov in 18th, Kieran 19th, Van Usen 20th, Ash Hill 21st, Ihar Zalatuka in 22nd, Jarrett Page 23rd, Tomlinson 24th,